Mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
Welcome to Kentucky Speedway, Vigilante Nation. This 1.5 tri-oval is nestled in Sparta, Kentucky, where speed meets strategy on a uniquely contoured surface. Here's a quick breakdown of the track's specs. In turns 1 and 2, you have 17 degrees of banking, steep and aggressive, but perfect for high-speed cornering. Turns 3 and 4, slightly less banking at 14 degrees. It's flatter, requiring finesse and throttle control. On your front stretch, you only have 10 degrees of banking and even less on the back stretch at 4 degrees, stretching for 1,600 feet. The surface of the track is asphalt and was last repaved in 2016 for a smoother racing surface. Now, the width varies throughout the track between 56 to 72 feet across the racing surface. Though no longer active on the NASCAR calendar, Kentucky Speedway was once a battleground for both Cup, Xfinity, Truck, and the IndyCar series, offering a mix of technical challenge and raw speed. As always, my name is Alan Vaught, along with Ricky Wittenberg here in the VRN booth, and we'll be bringing you all the racing action this Friday evening. So let's get started with some session details. So for tonight's race, we have 133 laps, and 13 miles is not correct there, ladies and gentlemen. It's 200 miles. The fuel capacity is 65%. Fast repairs, they do have one for this series, and their incident limit is set for 25 and 6. As always, cautions are managed by iRacing, as are the Lucky Dog and waiver rounds. Now, for your current championship, we are in the last 2 races, including tonight, for the Battle of the Championship. In first place, you have the number 88 machine of Mike Adamson, sitting at 246 points. Then you have in second place the 99 machine, Albert Anderson, sitting at 236 points. And then third, Dave Mayberry with 210. So it's a very tight battle, especially between first and second. But Dave is trying to play the spoiler as well. Not much of a spread in those points, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you tune in next week to see who takes home the hardware. And one additional special note, we did regrettably miss a burnout at the ISS Super Speedway for Mr. Albert Anderson. And as promised, if I can get it pulled up here, we are going to play that for you this evening, so you have an opportunity to see it. And hopefully I have this story right. And there it is. So this is just as he has won, and he's coming down to the start-finish line to give us an epic burnout that we missed because we cut away from him too soon to go do some preparation for his interview, but we hit the wrong button and cut out his burnout. Oh, that was the end of the burnout there, ladies and gentlemen. He ended up blowing and popping the engine there. Great job, Albert. I'm glad we could get that in there for you on a subsequent race to show that epic burnout. And now, as the drivers for tonight's race are getting prepared for their qualifying run here, we're going to give you some weather details. Well, if it cooperates, let's see if we're live here. All right. So what we'll do is I'll just go ahead and read this off to you, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's air temperature is 71 degrees Fahrenheit. The track temperature right now is 92 degrees. That's pretty cool for a racing surface. Humidity levels at 68%, and there is a wind out of the west at 9 miles per hour, and we're under partly cloudy conditions. We do have 6 onboard cameras for you this evening, and we'll get an opportunity to check those out along with running through the field to highlight your favorite driver. Well, Ricky, I'm glad to be here at this track. I know NASCAR doesn't race here, but I really enjoy racing at this track in particular. It's got multiple grooves, so you have different opportunities to play out strategy, to also race your competitor, to go where they're not. How are you feeling about this evening?
Oh, I love Kentucky. It's one of my favorite tracks. Sentimental place in my heart for Kentucky, I think. You know, our first big recruiting race in the Vigilante League was at California, but people forget our second big race was the Bluegrass Brawl right here at Kentucky, and it was a barn burner. So Kentucky's always a fun track, and even though it's a track that's similar to Charlotte and Texas, sister tracks, it does have its own unique characteristics. It's a little bumpy. You can get out of shape easy here. You have to hit your marks. It's a fun track. I like Kentucky.
Yeah, I do too. I'm trying to work out the overlays for you, ladies and gentlemen. For some reason, that they dropped off as we were going live. See if we can get that set up for you. So please pardon our construction in the background you see there as we get this set up. Speaking of
construction in the background, I do need you to share the screen so I can see your construction.
Will do. Gotcha. We will get it sorted. As I mentioned, they are going through their qualifying right now. Looks like Albert Anderson is on top of the board right now. You want to go through what you currently see?
Sure. Albert Anderson right now clocked at a 30.416. Colin Decker a 30.462 in second. Derek Welch a 30.464 in third. Jacob Alicia a 30.468 in fourth. And right now Scott Milner at a 30.479 in fifth. So that's a 4-1. A 4-6, a 4-6, a 4-6, and a 4-7. That is tight for the top 5.
Yeah, it seems like they're probably nearly, if not, going flat-footed around here. So that's about just the line itself. And they still don't have this overlays cooperate. We may have to broadcast without them, or they may come in as we get started on the race.
I don't know what happened with Paul Durkee. He's lost his connection due to packet loss, and I say that because having what sounds like a pretty significant storm outside my window right now, which seems to happen every 6 hours or so here anymore. So if I drop out, that might be why.
That would be our luck this evening, the way things are going so far with technology, right? So here's hoping for the best, and we'll make do. You have everything loaded up, but it just does not seem to want to show us, even though it's registering our overlays.
Sometimes it'll fix itself when the race starts. You never know.
Yeah, we're hoping for that. I mean, I'm sitting here the hour prior, everything's working perfectly. As soon as we go live, that's when the gremlins come to play. We don't currently have anybody on the track for you to look at, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you're seeing these scenic shots. But, let's talk about this championship a little bit. I mean, it's super tight. I know Mike Adamson, man, he's hoping to bring this thing home, but Albert Anderson is chasing him down. And Mayberry would love nothing more than to play spoiler.
Oh, yeah. It's very tight up front. I mean, I think it's down to those two, but one, if both of them have a bad night here at Kentucky and have bad finishes and Mayberry could get a solid top 5, he would be right back in it for the finale. So he's not totally out of it. He's a long shot right now, but he likes playing spoiler. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mayberry's got something up his sleeve.
Yeah, for sure. There's just a few more minutes. They started at 10 minutes till. They've just wrapped up the session. So we should see these drivers grading up, and we do right here now. Let's see if we can get a better shot of them. There we go. And it is going to be your pole sitter, Albert Anderson, starting off this race from the inside row. Colin, the sandbagger Decker, don't know who put that in there, but is starting on the outside road along with Derek Welch in third, Jacob Alicia in fourth, Scott Milner fifth, Jason Chrisman in sixth, Jonathan Osborne seventh, In 8th place, you have Jason Gaines, and then Jeremiah Burke in 9th. And Anthony Williams rounds out your top 10.
And you've got Aaron Warren in 11th, Andrew Player in 12th, Andrew Coffin in 13th, Dustin Eaton in 14th, Dave Mayberry in 15th, John Schoenbachler 16th. You've got Jesse Redding 17th. And then the guys that did not qualify, Chris Gones, Mike Adamson, Kelly Kill, Justin Lawson, Paul Durkee, Tom Barish, and John Gallagher rounding out the field. I know Adamson, Kelly Kill, Lawson, and Gallagher for sure all had penalties. So I'm guessing most of them that didn't qualify had penalties.
Yes, they did indeed. In fact, your championship leader had a penalty from last week, so he's going to be starting at the rear of the field of this 24 truck pack and having to drive his way forward. So already Albert's going to be at the start of this really putting the pressure on for the 88 machine to perform. Otherwise, he's going to gain significantly on him in the championship points tonight.
Yeah, Adamson last.
Sounds like we might have lost Ricky. So you just got me for right now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what we can get through here. We've got all kinds of gremlins tonight between weather and technology not cooperating, but we will do the best that we can. It should just be one lap to green here. Good looking field of trucks. Gonna be some hard racing tonight. Hopefully it's going to be clean and green for the most part. We should see some action on pit road as well. As you see that pace truck duck off, and we're going to get this thing started. Flagman is controlling it on the start of the race, and then its leader from that point on inside the restart zone.
Green, green, green.
And we are green. 99 gets a nice jump on that inside, followed by the 21. The 8 truck and the outside line seem to be lagging just a bit. Oh no, already wrecking the 8 truck. Oh man. The 8 truck and the 98 of Jason Chrisman. Go back and see what happened here. Oh, looks like the 8 of Colin Decker bounces off the wall a little bit there and just collects Chrisman, who was innocent on the inside there. That can happen at cold tires. A little bit tight there. We'll take a look and see if there was any other action with the 8 from a different vantage point. 8's in a Mountain Dew machine up there on the outside line. Pretty high. Looking a little bit loose. Does tag it a little bit there. Oh, Chrisman ends up getting in him because of the velocity that the 8 lost whenever he touched the wall. That's just an unfortunate racing incident for the both of them. And we will get over to see if we can get a quick interview with that 8 truck, Colin Decker, and see what happened from his perspective. Hey, Colin, it's Alan in the booth. You got me, buddy.
Going on?
Hey, so it looks like you tagged the wall just a little bit there, lost some velocity. You got caught up in an incident. How was it from your perspective?
I was only outside there, and I got clipped, and I just spun left, and someone said he got loose under me. I think it was Burke. I think so, but yeah, it was it's unfortunate, but we'll get back up there.
How bad is the damage that you've received? Are you going to have to use your fast repair right here?
Yeah, I got 45 seconds of damage, so it's not too bad. Just some minor stuff. So start from the back, work our way up. Shouldn't be too long. Hopefully we're in P2 pretty soon. P1. So
All right, buddy. Well, good luck to you. I hope you have better luck on the subsequent laps. And good you didn't have to use that fast repair so early in this event.
Thank God. I know.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah, thank God. But thank you guys. Appreciate the commentary. Hope we're up there a couple minutes. So.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Later.
All right, that's the 8 truck of Colin Decker, who was involved in a lap 1 incident. Sounds like he's going to be able to recover from that and get back to racing. Long race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Only a couple laps into this 133 lap event, so he should be in good shape. As we'll go back up front here and check out your leaders. Looks like the lights are out atop the pace truck there, which means we're going to go back green here as soon as they get back around the track. Now, I'm not able to show you the driver info right now because, like I mentioned, the overlays are not cooperating, but you are on board right now with Albert Anderson in that 99 truck who qualified on the pole. Very fast at these types of tracks in a tight battle for the championship of this inaugural season with Mike Adamson, who is up 3 positions from where he started tonight in 16th after receiving a penalty from last week. So he's racing from a deficit, but I would not be surprised to see that 88 up front contending for the win by the end of this race. And we're going to try a couple of things to see if we can get our overlays to work. So you may see some stuff pop on the screen. If you would excuse that, we would appreciate it. You see that pace truck pull off there. And this will be controlled by Albert Anderson as he gets through. And there's I got this to work, but I'm gonna have to switch it over to the right ones here. He's in the restart zone and he's taking off right now. Get that nice launch as we cross over to start lap 5 within that restart zone. Nice clean start so far. Got the 34 truck of Alicia there, looking like he's going to try to make a run down towards the inside. Want to get a shot of this lead here. We'll see if Albert can hold him off with the momentum on the outside line. A little bit tough rather for the Alicia truck. He can't track out to the wall, which may hinder his progress. And you're probably going to see maybe Albert be a little bit patient here. Maybe let Alicia go if he's able to actually affect the pass here and just take care of his stuff for later in the run. And again, I appreciate your patience. We were able to finagle the system to have it pop up there with your standings and lap count there, ladies and gentlemen. So we should be all set there. Now, if we could just get our co-host back into the booth, we'd be all good to go. But I imagine that storm took him out, and we'll see how long it takes for his power to come back on.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back. You made it back. Did you lose power?
Temporarily.
Temporarily. There we go. All right. I was also able to fix the glitch we had with the overlays while you were out. So right now we had that clean restart. If you missed it already there, Ricky, and looks like we have a challenger up front with the 99, or we could have Anderson just playing, as he always seems to do, a very smart run, saving his tires.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. We've not Alicia. This is only his second week in the league, so we don't really know what all he's made of yet. But one thing is he's definitely got speed to be up front.
Yeah, it certainly does. Looks like we're pretty good to go. Let's see if this also works. It does. We have our driver information overlay is intact as well. So that's good to know. So while we have this opportunity, Ricky, I'm going to go to the back of the pack and do a through the field. We're just 9 laps in, coming to 10. We're going to go on board with Mr. Paul Durkee. Actually, back one more to John Gallagher there in the 123 machine. We'll ride along with him out of Roseville, California. He's running right where he started in 24th. And then we're up to Paul Durkee, the 31 machine. He's down one spot from where he started the evening, running 23rd. On board with the 20 of Justin Lawson, down one position, running 22nd. Bob Barish, he's up 2 spots already for the night, running 21st, racing out of Gulf Coast, Mississippi. Now we're on board with the 8 machine. We had a chance, Ricky, to talk with Colin while you were out. He's down 18 spots in 20th after that incident that occurred. Don't know if we lost you before that happened. I think we did, Ricky. There was an incident up front where he kind of tagged the wall a little bit, and then the 98 machine of Jason Chrisman tapped them in the left rear, and they both went to the inside retaining wall. Interviewed him. He didn't have that much damage. He looks like he's running pretty much on tempo right now, and should see him back up contending for this win by the end of the race. In 19th, we have Chris Gomes down 1 spot, racing out of Charlotte, North Carolina. 18th, riding along with John Schoenbachler out of Louisville, Kentucky. He is down 2 spots for the evening so far. And then previously mentioned the 98 machine of Jason Chrisman, racing out of Cleveland, Tennessee. He's down 11 spots after being involved with that incident with the number 8 machine. We're riding on board with Kelly Killis right now out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Looks like he's running a green truck on us tonight. He keeps me guessing on his liveries there, Ricky. I'm not going to miss him, though, with that color. Being challenged right now by the 98 machine of Jason Chrisman. And now on board with Jesse Redding. He's up 2 spots for the evening, running in the 15th position. Racing out of Knoxville, Iowa. Now we're with Dave Mayberry in the 29 car. Tucson, Arizona. Mr. Full Send himself. Up 3 spots for the night, running 12th. And this is Andrew Cawthon at 10 machine out of Bartow, Florida. Mike Addison, I mean, tremendous. He started the back, as you remember, he had received a penalty. Rick, he's up 9 spots already, running in 10th. He's going to go up there. He wants this championship bad. So him and Albert are going to duke it out through this race and into the finale of this inaugural season. In 9th position, we have Anthony Williams, +1 for the night. Just in front of him is Scott Milner, Pittsburgh, Indiana, the 19 machine. He's down 3 spots so far, and we'll see if he's able to make progress back towards the front. Now on board with Dustin Eaton out of Temple, Texas. Dustin is up 7 spots from where he started in the 7th position. We have Andy Player running in 5th. He's up 7 spots as well for the night. I think we just passed Jason Gaines. They're kind of swapping back and forth here. Jason touches the wall a little bit there, actually. And I lost contact with him. Looks like he may have. Oh, there he is. So, yep. That was an incident just as we were getting to the pointy end of the field there through the field. Go back and take a look, Ricky.
Yeah, it looks like he blinked out right as you was going through there. I couldn't tell what happened.
Yeah, I couldn't either. And we're probably going to lose him here. So actually, I might go on board with the 13 truck so that way we can, if it does blink, it's not going to be necessarily an issue. So we're going on board with Andy Player. So they're racing side by side, racing hard to get that spot there. Oh, it looked like a net coat into the wall a little bit, maybe, or... Yep. And he blinked out.
Something really weird happened.
Yeah, that was odd.
And then when he reappeared, he was crashed. So I think he had a massive netcode issue that caused that.
Yeah, sure did. And it didn't even cause a caution, ladies and gentlemen. So he's racing out of Asheboro, North Carolina. Jason Gaines, always fast. Unfortunate technical issue he's seemed to have had tonight. So unfortunately for him. Right now, so we are back on board. We were about to talk about Andy Player. He's up 7 spots there. He's just behind, you can see up forward of him, Derek Welch running in the 4th position, down 1 spot from where he started tonight. And we'll get you some onboard cameras with it. Like I mentioned before, we have 6 onboard cameras this evening, so we'll get you a look at those folks once we have the opportunity. So you got Derek trying to make a run here on Jeremiah Burke. Jeremiah is up 6 positions from where he started tonight, running in the 3rd position, racing out of Phoenix, Arizona. And now up here, up towards the front, you can see that Albert was able to get around Jacob in the 34 truck. Jacob is a newcomer to us, racing out of Indianapolis, up 2 spots from where he started the evening at 4th, challenging Albert for the lead of this race. And then, of course, Mr. Burnout himself, Albert America's Driver Anderson. We have to give him all kinds of monikers now. Mr. Burnout himself, I think, is one of the most long and epic burnouts I've ever seen. So it was worth the view. So, and that is through the field for you there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the type of race that if we get spread out or get, more 20 laps in now, you could end up having a flag-to-flag event for this race. You still with me, Ricky? All right, it seems I may have lost Ricky again. He is having tremendous storms where he's at tonight, so it's understandable. Actually, I have lost him. He is no longer in the booth. We will carry on without him in the hopes that he is able to rejoin us before the end. But if he's not, it's going to be a good racer tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And while we have this opportunity of a nice green flag run before they get to their pit cycle, we're going to do a crank it up for you. So if you like that type of thing, go ahead and crank up the volume on your television. Segment. Hope you enjoyed that. We always like to give you a little bit of the ambiance of what you would see in real life at the track, and definitely the noise inside these cockpits or on top of these trucks is tremendous. So we'll probably do that at least maybe one more time throughout the race as you're watching really tight racing here between Jesse Rating, John Schoenbachler, and Chris Gomes is just coming up behind him as well. So pretty tight racing. We'll see how they're able to handle these turns and managing also their tires. So I see that my co-host there must be on his phone. His computer went down again. He's trying to join back, power in and out with this bad storm. So he is experiencing pretty bad storms there where he lives.
I'm back again. I made
he's
it back again. You can't kill me yet.
May have to bring you in on your phone by you'll sound a little different, but you'd be back at least.
Yeah, looks like they're having some pretty good racing though.
Look at
missing
that.
a lot of good races. Oh,
That was really tight. You see, that looks like Kelly, that Ford truck got loose, lost momentum, kind of got into the 21 there, and Kelly Kill in the 01 truck was able to actually take advantage of at least one position there, getting past Anthony Williams. See if he's able to maintain that. As we go on board
12th
with
to 19th,
Kelly.
they're really close.
Here's an all-board shot of Kelly Kill inside of his truck. This is in real life, folks, what you're looking at with his triple screen monitors and an information screen just above his head in the overhead there. Love the gloves. You can see how much he's actually kind of wrestling that truck. It's not just simply a smooth turn, quite bumpy, and then when the truck gets loose on you, you're going to have to either correct and not overcorrect, or risk being on inside of the outside retaining wall and your day finished. Yeah, they are racing hard right through here. See the 123 going for a move on Kelly there to the inside. Is he on the same lap?
He is not. Looks like he must have made a pit stop.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get back around. He is definitely flying, so. See what we have going on here. Right on board right now with John Gallagher. He is currently running in the 23rd position, but he has already made his pit stops. In fact, we have others on pit road right now, like Dave Mayberry, Scott Milner, Jonathan Osborne. Scott's already coming out after making his stop and getting his 4 fresh tires and Sunoco fuel. Dave is just now getting into his pits right there in the 29 truck. Like he's updated his paint.
Albert's getting wrecked coming into the pits. Oh, he saved it.
We will go back and take a look at that. There he is. See if we can back this up a little bit and see what happened. Really tight race. Some of that 34 looks like 34 wasn't going in or didn't realize the 99 was. What an incredible save by Albert Anderson. I cannot believe he did not go all the way around. He just kept himself in this race.
Yeah, Albert and Jacob conversed back and forth on the driver radio. I believe Jacob missed the call out and got into Albert there.
Looks like he's no worse for the wear. We'll take a look at his rear end, and I don't see anything here really. So I think he just got a little nudge, got a little sideways out of shape, but employed his superior driving skills to get it back under control as he's braking and getting into the pits. I don't think he even got a black flag for ending too fast in the pit, so he should be in good shape here, and he does, because otherwise he would have been held right here. Does come out just forward of the 21 truck, and now we'll go back live. So it looks like, so he went in, Albert did, on lap 32. So that's probably about their limit. I'm sure he probably ran the tank dry. I don't see anybody else any longer than that. We have some 33 of Mike Adamson. So he probably saved a little bit of fuel because, you know, Mike's trying to probably get a little bit of a different strategy, counting on this race going green, Ricky, to the end, trying to get a little bit off cycle perhaps with Albert and take advantage of anything he can towards the end of this race.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Jacob Alicia coming in from the lead. Burke, Schoenbachler, Klein, they're all coming in on lap 35 into 36. So you know if this race stays green, they will be able to make it on 3 more stops.
Yeah, 14
2
to
more
10.
stops.
The 01 coming out of the pits here, the 4, the 8 truck. So they're all just now making their pit stops here. And that would be on lap, like it's still showing them on pit road, but we'll go and, yep, they are right there. Andrew Player, he seems to have gone along. It's 36. But he is a little more in the tank there. He's just really good at saving fuel here.
He's very good at saving fuel everywhere. Player is one of the best fuel savers we got out here.
Right now in the lead, you have, looks like Paul Durkee. He has yet to make a pit stop either. Justin Lawson just behind him in that 20 truck. You see him in the background. Looks like he's coming in right here. Yep, along with the 20. That's pretty far. The only person I think is John Gallagher I see, but I thought he already hit the pit road. So I'm not on him. But it's not showing. Didn't show me the last time he went to the pit, so it must have been missed on the software here.
He had a drive-through, I know, at the beginning of the race, but I was in and out, so it's hard for sure for me to tell. But I think he's made a pit stop, or he's coming in right now.
Should see your scoring tower update right now. You see the 99 has assumed the lead along with Derek Welch in second, Paul Durkee in third right now. Make that, you said he's going into the pits. Yep, he's going to the pits. So in third now you have Alicia with Milner in the 19 truck in fourth, and Dustin Eaton rounding out your top 5. Kathy A in the chat says, good save, Albert. Yeah, it was a tremendous save, Kathy. Honestly, I mean, you see that from these drivers from time to time. We have a lot of talent in this league, and he certainly put that on display, saving that truck, saving his race, still retaining the lead after being completely sideways going into pit road.
Now you've got Anderson and Welch over 4 seconds ahead of third, so they have really stretched out the lead here. Alicia's in third, kind of by himself, and then you've got the pack with Eaton, Milner, Burke, and Adamson.
It's going to be interesting, Ricky, to see how this plays out, because even Alicia has 3 lap, according to what I'm reading, 3 lap fresher tires than your 2 leaders. So will we see that distance close down, over the course of this run?
It probably will. The last lap, Alicia ran a 30.86. Anderson and Welch both ran 31s. Anderson a 17, Welch a 26. So he's already running slightly faster laps, just a few laps into the run.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I just put the battle box up on the screen for you there, folks. So you see Alicia doesn't have a time. That's the truck that we're on right now. And he is 3.3 and closing seconds behind Derek Welch. So you can see he's clipping them off. Looks like a 10th, maybe 2 per lap, perhaps even more.
Yeah, he was over 4. He was about 4.2 seconds when I noticed it a couple of laps ago. So he's already ate about a second of that off.
Yeah, he's under 3 seconds now as he's coming around turns 3 and 4. We'll see what he is at the line. So he's 3 seconds back. We'll see how much he can close in this next lap. Goes down the backstretch there. He's pretty much all alone in his pocket by himself. Maybe not for long, as you see Dustin and Mike Adamson in the background there making his way. Now he's making his way through 3 and 4 in that double mint red, big red truck. I love big red. Cinnamon. Some people don't like it. I like it. Okay, so he took about 2/10 out that time. He's at 2.8 now. So he is closing them down. We'll see if the leaders are just maybe managing that gap. Or is he actually going to get up there and start battling them, considering they have a tire deficit?
Oh, Eaton and Burke have been side by side for a few laps, and now they're banging off each other.
That's not surprising, is it?
Two guys that don't want to give an inch, and they're not giving an inch.
Here we'll go right here. Side by side, they are definitely duking it out here.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Caution on the track. Like Dave Mayberry has involved in the crash. Doesn't this look familiar from Michigan?
Oh no.
What do you think? All right, let's take a look. We like messing with Dave. He really he's not called the mouth for no reason. Oh, don't know if he tried to clear himself or the 19 truck just turned in early. We'll have to take another look at that from a different angle.
I think Dave was trying to give Cawthon more room on the bottom, and I think he moved up. The 19 was, I think, about as high as he could go.
We'll go on board here with the 19 and look from this vantage point right here. As they're coming down, getting ready to go into turn 1. But Cawthon comes up. Dave's concerned. Dave goes up. There might have been a bit of netcode involved there too. Hopefully the damage is
look-
not too significant and they're able to save their fast repair. It doesn't look terrible, Ricky.
No, and looking at it from that angle, it looked like Cawthon was squeezing up the track a little, probably had a little aero wash, was pushing up the track, and Dave was, I thought he was trying to give him too much room, but right there, if he wouldn't have moved, I think he would have made contact with Cawthon, so he was trying to give him as much room as he could, and there just wasn't any more room up top.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see if we can, maybe we'll get a word with Mr. Mayberry here while we're in the caution. We see him going into the pit lane here. We'll wait till he starts to pull out of his box so we don't distract him from a good time on pit lane.
I like Dave's sign, VRN. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you for reminding everybody, Dave.
There we go, so everybody can see that. And we will get Dave up here and have a discussion with him as soon as there he is, right here. He pulling out yet?
I think he's getting some repairs, but I
Yep.
believe he's in solidly in his box. Kelly Kill went gas only.
Hey, Dave, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, but you got us.
What's up, guys?
So, unfortunate incident there. We saw you kind of got, you were tight between the 10 and like the and Schoenbachler. What happened from your perspective?
Whoever was on my inside was kind of pushing me up, and I did not realize that the guy was on my outside. So, I mean, it's my fault. I mean, really, I probably should have just lifted, but whatever. No big deal. You guys see my little sign here?
We did. We appreciate that and the support. So from Dave and from the broadcast team, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. So Dave, you back underway there? How bad did you didn't use your fast repair, did you?
No, I only had like a minute repairs, so it's too early to try to use that fast repair.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't have to, buddy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this race, if we could run this green, this is a tire saving race, man. This track is eating tires.
Does that play into your wheelhouse?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
I only ran 13 laps. And my front right was already down to 91.
That's definitely like a cheese grater type of track then. But hey, thanks for talking to us, buddy, and good luck to you the rest of the way.
All right, guys.
Later. So that's the 29 truck, Dave Mayberry. We'll see what our leader's doing. Are we getting ready to go green? We are. Lights are out atop the pace truck.
Kelly Kill took gas only. Might want to watch this restart.
This will be interesting. We'll go on board. Where's Kelly? He is the leader. We'll shift back over.
He was kind of buried in the field, Alan. We'll see how much track position he can hold because 11 lap old tires, that's going to be tough.
So we're riding on board right now with Derek Welch in that 21 truck just behind Kelly. Let's see if he spins his tires or what happens here. He does control it as they're going to enter this restart zone, the blue box to your left and right here.
Green, green, green.
And we're green. He gets a nice launch. At least we didn't stack up the field right there, so we'll see if he's able to maintain that position. I have a feeling, depending on when he went in last time, which wasn't too early before this accident, I believe. I just don't recall. I'll take a look in just a moment.
Yeah, I believe he's got 11 laps, older tires, so that's going to play a factor.
And you see that Mr. Anderson there not wanting to be patient, get up there behind the 21, see if he's got the 34 bearing down him as well. Newcomer Alicia, he's playing a pretty good race here tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely got the speed. Like that's one thing you can't get taught is speed, and he's got it. If he's got the patience too and can save tires, you may have a guy in this league that can start chipping off some wins.
Yeah, he's definitely got pace right here as he gets around the 01 truck. 99 is falling back a little bit on the outside, but again, it depends if he's playing strategy here, making sure he has something towards the end of these runs, or he was just in a bad position there at one point. And guess who's right next to him? The 88 machine is already, you see him in that NOS machine as they're going, oh, look at this. So you got the two championship leaders here in the 88 NOS, the green truck right there, and the 99 DeWalt machine of Albert Anderson, just in front of Kelly Kill, and they are not giving each other 1 inch. We wouldn't expect them to either.
Oh no, but they're going to race clean, and you know that they'll race hard, but they'll race clean.
We'll take a look from the onboard of the 13. Get a look at these two trucks here. Good battle. Looks like that outside line may have the momentum advantage if the 88 of Mike Adelson can affect this pass pretty quick here before he starts to lose. As you know, Mayberry mentioned, the tire stress at this track is tremendous.
Yeah, and how many? Oh, we've got a wreck right behind Kelly Kill.
Well, unfortunately, we do. That's going to be Aaron Warren in that 74 truck. Like the 8's getting underneath him here. Oh, that's tough to see from that vantage point. Not too terrible damage. He should be able to save his fast repair and get after it again here. Let's take another look.
Yeah.
Do you have something, Ricky?
I was just going to say, it looks like he doesn't have enough damage to take a fast repair, hopefully.
Right. See here, he's entering kind of in the second groove there. 88 looks like the door's open. But does it go down to the yellow line? Don't know if the 74 didn't expect him. Kind of go to the same real estate there momentarily to me. Yeah, not too terrible the damage there, so we'll get right back in there for all you fans out there.
Now, we had 5 extra sets of tires tonight, which is plenty of tires, I think. But it's going to be interesting. Some of these guys right now, I mean, we just went 3 or 4 laps there, and you've already got guys ducking in for tires. Kelly Kill, that definitely makes sense. He didn't take tires, and he was falling back fast. So him coming in taking 4 right now makes a lot of sense. Now, if some of these other guys just had taken 4, and they're taking 4 again, that's they might be burning tires a little too quick.
We're going to get a quick discussion here with Mr. Warren. Hey, Aaron, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth. Do you have us, buddy?
I got you loud and clear.
Hey, buddy. A little like a racing incident there. 2 trucks going for the same real estate. How was it from your perspective?
I tried to give him as much room as I could. I knew going into that corner he was going to push up a little bit. He pushed up more than he wanted to and that I wanted him to. So it is what it is. Just a racing incident.
How bad was your damage? Didn't have to use your fast repair, did you?
Negative. 28 seconds. Just
All right,
a little scuff. Not bad.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to get back in there and mix it up with these guys for the win up front. You got anything for him, Ricky?
Yeah, Mr. Warren, it looks like you was having a pretty good run there, real solid. Looks like you've got pretty good long run speed. Are you hoping that we get another long run here?
Yeah, I'd like another green flag run. I learned something on that first run. It just saving those tires is imperative.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, well, welcome back or welcome to the league. We're great to see you racing out there. Appreciate you talking to us in the middle of the battle. And I should have paid attention. Which team channel did I pull you from so I can drop you right to the right spot there, buddy?
Trident. With John and Jacob.
All right, buddy. Hey, thanks so much for talking to us, and maybe we'll talk to you on the podium by the end of the race.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too. Good night. All right, number 74 there, Aaron Warren. Looks like he's going to do fine. He's looking pretty positive to get back up front there, Ricky.
Yeah, and you know, one thing I like about that interview there, he didn't assign blame. He didn't spout off. He wasn't mad. That's the right kind of attitude to have to be around these guys, because there's always going to be stuff happens. You just got to deal with it and move on, and he sounds like he's got a pretty good attitude.
Lori's got lights her out in the chat there. What does she mean? And I agree with your point, by the way. That's an excellent point.
Maybe the pace lights are out, so they're one to green.
Yeah, she's letting us know. Okay, that's it. You're right. So we are definitely getting ready to go green here. The 21 truck is your leader right now with Jacob Alicia on the outside of the front row. Jeremiah Burke in third. Fourth is Dustin Eaton. And Mr. Welch will have control of this restart once he enters that restart zone.
Green flag.
And we're back underway. We are green. Gets a nice launch there. Completing lap 54, going on to lap 55 of 133 now. Has Burke directly behind him. Don't know if Burke's really looking to pass him. or push him and get away from folks? We'll see right here in just a moment.
I think they're on the same team. I bet Burke's trying to push him.
Yeah, they're trying to get away from that 99 machine. They know he's strong here tonight, along with the 14 and newcomer Alicia in the 34 truck. Right behind him, you see some side-by-side racing in the 88 and the 13, just at the top of your frame. So now they're side-by-side, these teammates up front here. That's going to bring probably these second, third, and fourth runners into the picture, I would imagine. They're getting nice momentum. You got 99 there on the bottom. We're riding on board right now with the 14 truck of Dustin Eaton. They're working that high line, trying to keep their momentum up. Don't know if that's going to be better for their tires. It's an interesting. Some tracks running the high line will save you a little bit of tire, and other tracks it'll be the low line. And you just have to get out there and experiment and find out which is which at a particular venue. Get a little sporty here. Good race tonight there for the 88. He got himself back into this. He was starting in a deficit in the championship, but he is up there now in the 5th position, up 14 spots, trying to affect this pass on the 14 truck and the 34. He ducks back behind the 34, thinking better of trying to go 3 wide there. Always a little bit more risky depending on the airflow and everything. We still got you, Ricky? I don't hear you.
Yes. I was looking at the standings here. I believe we've got an All-Star Racing 1, 2, 3, so they may all be keyed in on some kind of a setup adjustment or something that they're all doing, because all 3 of them guys are fast tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And up front, just so you know, folks, the 53 has taken the lead, battling out actually with Albert Anderson, but they're both in front of Derek. Let's take a quick look. Here we go. They're side by side. And they're not teammates, are they? Are these teammates as well?
I thought Burke, yes. I'm 99% sure Burke is a teammate with Anderson.
So we got 2 different series.
I know he is in the main league.
Yeah, we got 2 different series, and the teams don't entirely transfer, the same teammates between the series. We're going to have to get better at that, folks. We'll get us a list so we have a cheat sheet.
I was correct. Welch, Barish, Burke, Gaines, and Anderson are the group of All-Star Racing on Friday nights. So Welch, Burke, and Anderson are all teammates.
All right, well, we're going to do another through the field. We're at lap 60, coming to 61 while we had this opportunity. Going on board now with that 35 machine of Tom Parrish. He's down 1 position from where he started tonight in the 24th running order. Then Aaron Warren, we talked to him just a moment ago. Unfortunately, he's down 12 spots from where he started the race. So we'll see if he's got some speed in that truck. We'll see if he can get back up there and mix it up for this win. On board with Jason Gaines, had early trouble, as we saw. Surprisingly, I guess it looks like he's still on the lead lap. Don't know what you see within your running order there, Ricky, but running currently down 14 spots in the 22nd position.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too.
All right, that's kind of surprising considering the issues that he had, but the good for him, he's still in it. 21st, you have John Schoenbachler, a little bit different truck than we've seen him in recently, and he is down 5 spots running from where he started, running in 21st. Anthony Williams is down 10. He's running 20th right now in that Chevy Silverado. Mr. Dave Mayberry running 19th. He's down 4 spots from where he started. Had a little trouble. We talked to him earlier as well. We'll see if he can race back up. He was running mid to front pack most of the race until he had that issue. 18th, you have Scott Milner out of Pittsburgh, Indiana. That 19 truck, he is down 13 spots from where he started. The 81 truck of Jonathan Osborne, down 10 positions from where he started, running 17th. You can see this pretty tight racing right here in front of him, starting with John Gallagher, the 123 truck. He's up 8 spots from where he started, running 16th right now. And just ahead of him is Paul Durkee, up 7 spots, running 15th. He's about to mix it up with the 01 truck here of Kelly Kill, running 13th to 14th, right next to Jason Chrisman in that 98 truck. Pretty good battle going on here with these guys. Andrew Cawthon in the 10 machine. He is up 1 spot from where he started the race so far. Jesse Redding right there with him in the 721, up 6 positions. In 10th place, you got Colin Decker. He is down 8 spots from where he started, 8 to 9. He's going and duking it out here with Jesse Redding. Andy Player is up 3 spots right now, running in the 9th position. Mike Adamson, we mentioned him earlier, having a good run, especially starting from the EOL, up 11 spots, running 8th. I think he's going to have to a little bit of strategery to get up into that top 5 and work for the win tonight. He's starting from that deficit, but so far, so good. Up 14 spots in 7th, we have Justin Lawson in the 20 truck. Justin Eaton's right there, +8, running 6th. We did see him up towards the pointy end a little bit more at this restart, racing for the lead. So he's got speed in that truck, probably just trying to manage his tires. I don't know if he's on the exact same cycle. We can take a look at that once we get finished here. In 5th position, you have Chris Gomes up 13 spots in the 38 truck. He's battling out right now with the 53 of Jeremiah Burke. And Jeremiah is up 4 positions from where he started. And now for the podium so far, you have Jacob Alicia running 3rd, up 1 spot. He started in the 4th. He's running the 3rd right now. He's going to be in the mix here. I believe, Ricky, before this is over, he's already been in the mix. I don't think he's going anywhere. So both Derek Welch in 2nd position here and Albert Anderson are going to have to contend with this truck for the win.
Yeah, definitely. He's been moving up all night, staying up front. Looks like he's got the long run speed. I know you're going through the field there, but one thing I've noticed as you was going through the field, the 20 car was going through the field as well. He's got fresher tires, probably 5 or 6 laps fresher tires. He pitted on that last caution, and he has driven through the field. He's up to 4th or 5th now, and looks like he is making his way towards the front. I think he may be in the lead in about 5 laps.
Yeah, right now he's in 4th position, up 17 spots. He is definitely a man on the move right now. So also, we're going to make sure that we get our cameras in here this evening. And let's see, we'll start with the 01 machine. Once I find him here on the track, here's Kelly. He is just in a hornet's nest right there. So far, Rick, I wouldn't want to be in and around that at the moment.
No, that is the biggest battle on the track, and he's right in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's right in there from 10th to 14th, 15th. What? There's at least 5-6 trucks in that right there. That is either going to work out for somebody, maybe not for someone else. Hopefully they get it sorted. Looks like they are. And we'll go to our next cam. So we'll be moving on. Our next one could be Andrew Cawthon. Get a look at Mr. Cawthon right in there by that battle as well. Let's see if we'll take you a little bit of an onboard look for his. Not only in real life, but within the sim itself. It doesn't look much different. Oh, his camera is either blinking out? I hope that's not. Yeah.
That's got to be his camera, because if he's driving like that, then he's a maniac.
Yeah, something's up with that. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, his feed coming into this is not great. So looks like he's fine on the left-hand side there, as you can see that. So I would hope he's not driving like that. We'll get that off your screen here really quick before anybody has because sometimes that flashing can cause issues for some folks. Okay, we're moving on down the list here. We have Dave Mayberry is the next one. Where is he at in the running order? He was right here in 19th position. Like he's having a pretty smooth ride right now. Right there with the 74 truck. They're both trying a little bit of a recovery ride here for them after they had their incidents. Currently running in the 19th and 20th positions respectively.
And I just saw something in the chat, Alan, before I failed to mention it. The halfway leader was Albert. He just won $25 donated by Kelly Kill. So congrats, Albert, and thank you, Kelly, for the $25 donation.
Right tonight is a money race. And I don't remember what the payout's going to be at the end here, but I'm sure that the admin will let us know before the end of the race. So this is the second and last of the season that she has set for a dash for cash. So we will move on to our next onboard camera, which will be Jeremiah Burke. And Burke is running out towards the front end of this field. Where do you see him at?
He's on pit
He's
road.
on pit road right now. There's where he is at.
Getting for Mr. Feelgoods.
Here we go. So this is going to be the normal. We should see we do Andrew Cawthon, Gaines, Tom Barish, all on pit lane. So this is going to be regularly scheduled stops. Like he's having a conversation with somebody. Pretty happy, apparently, where he's running right now. You see the 88 machine go around him. That's Jeremiah Burke. Continue on down the list here. And I think that might be
Andrew Player.
last
He
camera.
got a camera tonight.
He does not, which I was surprised he didn't, but he doesn't have a camera tonight.
Okay, yeah, he had the foot cam. I was going to get that in for Eaton just in case, but apparently
right.
no foot cam for Player tonight.
Well, it'd be less exciting on a track like this than it was on the road course, right?
And he's on pit road now, so he'd just be sitting still. So I guess you wouldn't have much action anyway.
Yeah, he's getting his feel goods, and Sunoco Fuel, as we're starting to see all these folks come into the pit lane for their regularly scheduled stops. Your current leader, right there with Derek Welch, is Albert Anderson running first. Derek Welch second. Jacob Alicia, right there. Man, they're going to have to contend with before this is over, I believe. Justin Lawson fourth. Didn't quite move to the front like we thought he would. He was a man on the move. They're still up 17 spots for the night so far. And Paul Adurkey in fifth position.
This is when it gets weird as a driver and you get scared, because if you've pitted and a caution comes out, you're going to have to take a waiver round, hopefully, to get back on the lead lap, but you can't pit again. And if you've stayed out, you're kind of hoping there's a caution just to mess with those guys. Or you're hoping that it just goes green for a while, because now these guys have stayed out. They're probably losing about a second a lap on these guys that pitted.
Yeah, I'm going to hand this over to you for 1 second. I got to get this sweater thing off here. It's getting pretty hot in here, Ricky.
Yeah, that's good. So looking at the up front there on the monitor for the race, you've got Anderson leading Derek Welch. Sounds like Anderson may have just called out that he's pitting, so we'll keep an eye on that. Now, Alicia, he just told Alicia that he's pitting. Alicia's enough horror links behind now where if he ran over him, that'd be a bigger story. But no, well, Welch almost gives him the boot as they go into 3 and 4, and they're both going to pit together.
Yeah, I'm back.
Alicia,
looks like they are on pit road there, Anderson and Welch. We'll go back to Alicia there. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's assumed the lead, so let's see how much longer he stays out on these tires. I think he may have just called out that he's pitting this lap, which if you're trying to stick with the leaders, you don't want to stay out too long, so that's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, for sure. While we have this opportunity going through these stops, folks, if you're out there, remember to chat us up. You know, if you have questions about what's going on, you want us to call out your favorite driver here this evening, we are all about that. Just hit us up there. We won't miss it for long if we miss it for a moment. We are keeping a constant check on that. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of the Friday Night Vanquish action. We are wrapping this season up on Friday for the finale. However, immediately the next Friday, we're starting a new season. So this is just the first season of this Vanquish Speedway series under the Vigilante Racing League. So we're on board now with Lawson. Was just on, last time he was on pit road was 52, along with Paul Durkee, Kelly Keel, Jason Crispin. They're all last on pit road at 52. And what was the furthest we saw somebody run? 13? I think he ran 36 laps. Is that about right?
Yeah, I think Player had got 36. Now, I don't know if he'd caught some caution laps in there or not. Right now, Lawson's on his 29th lap going to 30, so he should still at least have a couple more laps in him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, if he goes 36, that would be lap 88. Don't know if he has that kind of legs on him, considering how hard he was driving previously. And, how much time is he losing on this? If we don't have another caution, you're losing a couple seconds a lap.
Yeah, and there's no way that they're trying to stretch it to make it on one more stop, because even if he made it to lap 88 and you could go 36, the math don't math to get to 133. So everybody's going to have to at least make one more stop.
Yeah, you're looking at about lap 97. If they were able, and that doesn't give you any wiggle room for a green-white checker. This league does have one green-white checker should they need it at the end of the race. And for those of you not familiar, that's just NASCAR overtime. If we end up doing that, we'll explain how that works.
Now, Mike Adamson was the first truck that hit pit road. He's got 11 laps on his tires. He would have been the leader to cycle around, but Burke has already ran him down and passed him. Burke on his 9th lap, so he's got 2 lap fresher tires than Adamson.
Yeah, you can see Burke right there on the screen, just having passed him. Yeah, that's Burke is really he's a thinking man's racer. He also can throw it into some spots that maybe most racers wouldn't and make a truck stick. But he also is very good at the thinking man's game and making sure he's peaking at just the right moment to be able to take home a victory.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's always got something up his sleeve and ready to go. Looking through the field there, Welch is going to cycle out ahead of Anderson, Redding. Then it's Anderson and Alicia are all right together, but it looks like because of the way they've done the pit stop cycle, Cawthon, you're going to have also Jason Gaines, Player. They're all going to cycle out ahead of Anderson, at least for now. So it's going to be interesting to see how many Anderson can pass back before the next pit stop. And Lori made a comment in the chat, Albert can't catch a break when he's trying to pit. Yeah, that's 2 in a row that he almost got ran over. But I think Welch was able to back off of him to keep him from getting sideways. And Alan, if you've either lost you or you hit the button.
No, definitely. He was sweating bullets trying to get on pit road there, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so looks like they're trying to work, him and Welch trying to work their way back through the pack. And some of these guys, like you said, maybe 97, 98. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of these guys pit around lap 100 and try to cut that last segment in 2. And if they can do that and it stays green, some of these guys may stay ahead of Anderson and Welch.
Yeah, towards the end of that run, they might. Did you hear me talking about the lap difference when they pitted between 74, 75, and 80?
I do not think so. I think we may have lost you there for a minute.
Yeah. So and that's what we're seeing now. Those folks like Cawthon and some others you were talking had an advantage or may cycle out in front, and they did. But they are 4 to 5 laps earlier. They pitted 4 to 5 laps earlier, which will come into play if we do stay green here. But to your point, depending on the timing of that last stop, it may be just enough to stay out front and take home a victory here.
Yeah, it's the crossover is going to be interesting where it happens and when it happens. I mean, Welch is definitely making up lap time. He just ran a 31:42. You've got Burke ran a 32:18. And Gones ran a 31:74. So Welch is definitely close to a second faster than Burke's running, and half a second faster than Gones.
Yeah, you got Gones winning on lap 76, and Jeremiah was 73, Mike Adamson 71, Andy Player 75, and of course Derek Welch 79. So you're going to see Welch, Alicia, Gaines actually was in the 74, and I'm surprised Anderson, he is starting to move up here. He's currently running 8th. He's trying to track down both Jacob Alicia and Mike Adamson to go forward. I'm sorry, Derek Welch rather. But right now, your leader is Chris Gomes in that 38 machine, followed by Jeremiah Burke in the 53. And the Player right there battling with Derek Welch for 3rd. Looks like Derek's going to come around him there because he does have much fresher tires. And Jacob Alicia is going to come through as well as Mike Addison is starting to slip back. He is trying to a different pit strategy, a different cycle there, so he can potentially get up there in front of his closest contender for the championship, and they are side by side again right here.
Yeah, it was a good strategy for Adamson to try to go off cycle and try something different, which it still could work out if they had a caution now, especially. They're all going to pit. He'll be right there with Albert. So that's who he's racing and trying to beat more than anybody else. But strategy still could come into play if there's caution.
Yeah, sure could. We're going to do us another segment of Crank It Up while we have this opportunity. Look at this. Quick move there. I didn't see as I moved to get ready to do that. You got a nice little tight battle between the 14, the 21, the 10, and the 81 right here. This is for, it looks like 10th through 14th right here. About to go 3 or 4 wide. All right, let's get this on. Let's get this on the Crank It Up segment here for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Crank It Up segment. Hope you enjoyed that. That was the second one for the evening. We got through the field a few different times there. Ricky, now let's look for some battles as we should be coming not too long, like you were mentioning, if they're going to split this last segment. Perhaps another round of green flag pit stops.
Yeah, and you've got a battle for the lead right now with Gones and Derek Welch.
Oh,
Gones
they're banging.
3-lap older tires and trying to hold Derek off. Looks like they come together just a little bit. I believe he's going to let Derek go ahead and take that now after the little dust up.
That'd probably be advisable right there, as he's going to have in just a moment Alicia bearing down on him as well. But what an incredible job for Gomes, considering the tire deficit he has been under, to keep it up there and in the wind with these front runners.
Yeah, he's always good at long run tire management, and it's coming into play. I think the longer they run, it kind of equalizes out for him, and he doesn't lose as much. And checking the chat, Control-Alt-Delete said Bassy Lassie needs to stop sandbagging, and G-Host says sandbag Bass. So, yeah, looks like your buddy there in the 8 car, Mr. Decker, in the 8 truck, is he's running about 15th now, so he's got some work to do to get back up toward the front. I'm
showing him in wealth position right now, running right behind Mike Adamson currently.
Okay, he's moved up a couple since the last time I saw him there.
Yep. That Mountain Dew truck racing out of New York.
And I think we finally figured out it's called Milan, New York.
Milan, yeah. I just don't say it because I never get it right. All right, let's do another through the field while we have this opportunity. Maybe they'll start doing the green flag pit stops once we get started here. We'll start off with Mr. Tom Barish. And he is running 24th, still down one from where he started the evening. Dave Mayberry just in front of him. It's like he's going up pit road, actually, Dave is. So as I mentioned, pit road stops. You know, Dave's always looking for a strategy call. Like he's going for it right now. See how that works out for him. So we'll move on forward to Anthony Williams. He is down 12 spots, running 22nd. Scott Miller is in 21st, down 16 from where he started the evening. Aaron Warren, he's running 20th, down 9 positions. But Mike Adamson's hitting pit road as well. So kind of a similar call. He's looking to kind of take advantage like he did before. We'll see if it works out for him. John Gallagher running in the 18th position, up 6 spots from where he started. Jonathan Osborne is in 17th, down 10. Jason Crispin, he's down 10 spots, running 16th right now. Andrew Cawthon in 15th, down 2 positions from where he started. Kelly Keel just in front of him at Oshkosh, Wisconsin. He's up 6 spots on the night right now, running 14th. Paul Durkee is up 9 positions, running in the 13th position. Colin, we just spoke about him, nicknaming her the Sandbagger, Decker. He's down 9 spots from where he started, running 11th right now, 11th to 12th, as he's trying to get around Paul Durkee here. Jesse Redding, and he's up 6 positions, running in 11th. Jeremiah Burke, like he may be getting past there by Dustin Eaton for 9th. He's running 10th. He's down 1 spot from where he started the evening, while Dustin is up 5 positions, running in 9th. Justin Lawson, we talked about him earlier, how he was just cutting through the field. He is up 13 at the moment, running in the 8th position, looking to make it 14th as he gets ready to battle Jason Gaines. Looks like a pretty good recovery by Jason Gaines as well, up 1 position before he started after his early problems in lap 1. Still not fully recovered or in the same tire strategy what these guys looks like, but a good recovery as he makes his way onto pit lane, it looks like. John Schollenbacher is up 10 spots, currently running in the 6th position. Andy Player, he's up 7, running 5th. Your pole sitter, Albert Anderson, he's down 3 spots. Don't know if he had some issues on pit lane or just kind of got in a bad spot as he was making his way through traffic. We'll see what he's able to do as in this last run once he hits pit road, but he's down 3, running in the 4th position. Jacob Alicia is up 1 position, running in 3rd. And Chris Gomes, like we mentioned previously, I mean, what a tremendous job he's done to save his tires to this degree to stay with the leaders, the top 3 here. So he's on the podium finish right now. And of course, Derek Welch up 2 right now, running in the 1st place position. That truck you see right in front of him coming out is Tom Barish off the pit lane. And that is your through the field.
Alan, it looks like a few guys have tried to make the early pit stop. You've got Adamson going off cycle, which he's done already once tonight. Player usually runs long. He's pitted short because I think he feels that's his best chance. They'll probably be dragging these other guys in within a couple of laps. I don't think they could stay out too much longer.
No, the time difference is just so much. Lori puts in the chat here, some people are just born with talent. That is true, baby. That is true. If you guys didn't catch it in the previous broadcast, Lori is my wife, does a tremendous job for this league, does a lot for these drivers that I don't even know about. I'm the smartest man in iRacing. I'll keep saying that to the day I stop iRacing. Got her involved early and often, and she is just latched onto it. She loves these guys like they're our own family. So it's the great environment that she had a huge part in making happen. Derek is
like
out
Anderson's
there.
coming out of the pits. Anderson's pitted, so one of the rabbits is pitted, and we'll have to see if it does drag in these other really fast guys.
Yeah, we're getting down to it now, ladies and gentlemen. 25 laps to go as you see the 14 truck making his way on the pit lane. Derek Welch is still hanging out there. He has not made his final pit stop. He went in on 79. Looks like Justin Lawson, he went on 86. Yeah, he's not going to be able to make it with 86. That would be an incredible amount of saving. Don't see it happen. Along with Jason Chrisman in third position, right as they run, still not having made it. You see Welch and Lawson action on pit lane right now. Watch both of them go in. So let's see if Colin, when is he going to come in? He was on pit lane at 81 the last time. I would imagine it's not going to be too much longer, like you mentioned, Ricky.
I'm seeing Gones blend in. He's going to blend in right behind Albert Anderson and Adamson, who probably are, well, they're behind Alicia, so they'll be the top 4 under a blanket, looks like. I'm not sure where Welch will cycle. He may cycle right there with them, too.
As you see, Colin just lost the lead to Jason Chrisman in the 98 truck. Thought we might have seen Colin come down pit lane right there, but he did not come in, so that's why we were riding on board with him to see how that was going to go. We'll give it one more pass before we click off of this view. See if we can get an in real life look at the cockpit as he goes down pit lane. It gets pretty busy sometimes, especially if you're Albert Anderson. You have somebody right on your tail. Looks like he is going to go in. He's down below the yellow line right here. You get kind of treacherous as you're under heavy braking, coming to those cones and making sure that you as efficient as you can be while not going over the speed limit or turning yourself as you enter pit lane. Looks like it was pretty smooth for a Colin there.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see that he's got a little bit more backlight tonight. Don't have to worry about the things that go bump in the night getting hold of him tonight.
That was a pretty funny meme he put out there, though. It looked good, though. So Jason Chrisman is now your leader. He's inherited that. Like he was in on pit lane at 86. Maybe he's under the strategy. Hey man, I'm just going to run this and hope for the caution. As people are getting on and off pit road, there's more opportunity for that. Risk management. Maybe he feels like this is his big or best play rather to win this race.
Now Jacob Alicia's got 2 lap older tires than Welch. He's going to be the leader. Let's see if Derek can will him back down. He's only a couple of seconds behind, but only 2 laps, and if you're out in the wind, it might be tough to run you down in these last 20 laps.
We're riding on board right now with Derek Welch. As you can see, I put the battle box up and up to Alicia. He's only 1.3 behind him in closing. You see that number dropping. See how much it drops. It's significant. He's going to be there definitely before the end of this race with 20 laps to go, coming to 19. Let's see what he's able to drop down here. So we're about to cross the start finish line. Right there, he's at 1.2. It looks like you were mentioning he went in on lap 109. So he has the freshest out of your top runners. Chris Gones on 108, but Chris is really good at saving those tires. He's right there in front of him. We'll see if that turns out to be the battle for the win. At 107 with Alicia in second position. So they're fairly close. They're really close on their tires right here. He just crossed again, so you can see it's a 1 second to Alicia at second place. So he's definitely going to close in on him.
And 1 or 2 laps may not sound like a lot, but when you're talking about these guys only being separated by, hundredths of a second anyway, that could be the difference between winning and losing. But I don't think that, Anderson looks like he gave Welch the spot. Their teammates, Anderson's tires are quite a few laps older than Derek's. I don't think that Gones or Alicia's going to move over.
No, it looks like Chrisman. He's just bleeding positions here. I mean, these are not poor positions. Those trucks you see going around Chrisman are getting their lap back. But I think he's definitely just hoping for a caution right here to put him back in the running for this win.
If he gets a caution though right now, I think the leaders would all pit. He would be the leader, come out in the lead with fresh tires. It's the strategy. It's a good strategy because if there is caution, he is in the catbird seat.
Yeah,
if there's
for sure.
not, he wasn't running up front anyway. So it's definitely worth that kind of risk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, these races come down to several factors. It's not just about being the fastest car. You got to also have great strategy, and as much as we hate to admit it as race car drivers, a little bit of luck on your side, maybe more so at certain tracks like super speedways than these, but in the end you still have to have a little luck. It depends on how these cautions fall, and it could fall right into the wheelhouse of the 98 if he's a little bit lucky, but I don't think he has a couple of laps to be able to have this play out for him, Ricky.
Yeah, I think that he's only got maybe 2 to 3 more laps tops before he has to pit. And Alicia, Gones, and Welch all running right together. They'll be 1, 2, 3. And Alan, you may have caught your button again.
Okay, buddy. So I'm taking a look here at the 34 truck. You can see on the track map, he is the green number 2 lit up there. But then you got Chrisman is almost a half a lap in front of him. So when he pits, it's going to really hurt him as for his finishing position should we stay green. I don't think Chrisman's got much more time to make it here. We should see him come in momentarily. Looks like maybe right now.
Right now. He's pitting right now. Just called it out.
Well, that's he gave it a shot. That was his only shot. So, we talked about it. That 34 truck was going to be in the mix before the end of this race, and here we are. Now, we also have Chris Gones up here in the 38. We weren't talking about at that time. Looks like Anderson's in 4th position. Not too far back. Pretty good distance, though. I don't know if that's going to be surmountable in the next 13 laps without some kind of a caution. So, who's your horse?
Gonna go with Welch just because he's got the freshest tires. God, they're 3 wide. I mean, maybe Anderson's going to be the horse because these 3 may all take each other out.
Yep. This is a race, folks. 12 laps to go. This is the top position you're looking being contested. 38 looks like he touches the outside retaining wall there as a 21 is leaning or at least trying to pinch a little bit on that 34 of Jacob Alicia. Oh, this is getting really, really tight.
This is where you got to be patient. You got to realize that you've still got enough laps to get it done. And Welch, I believe he's going to put it out in the wind, and he's got it now.
It looks like he was able to drag Jacob back just enough. And if we're looking at last time on pit road, Welch has the best tires by 2 laps over Jacob Alicia. Now, Chris Gones is only 1 behind him, and Chris is right there on his rear deck.
Yeah, and 1 lap, I don't think, with these 2, especially with the way Gones saves tires, it's still going to be up for grabs, I think, all the way to the end.
Yeah, it's just a matter that I think that the advantage that Welch may have right here at the moment, and maybe to the very end, is putting the dirty air on the nose of that 38 truck. If he can keep a little bit of dirty air there and force Chris to burn a little bit more front tire than he wants to, that might be the special sauce right there.
Yeah, it looks like Gones is kind of going off, just off center of Welch, not following right in his tire tracks, which is smart. You know, if you're just mirror driving the guy and following right in his tire tracks, you're not going to go anywhere. But if you kind of get a little bit off center, you can get some of that dirty air off the front end.
Nine laps to go here as we're taking a look. Looks like 21 is pulling a little bit on the 38. So maybe that 1 lap difference is coming into play.
Yeah, and you don't know how hard Jones pushed the truck at the first of the run as opposed to how he usually races. Maybe he was trying to get a gap and couldn't get enough of a gap and used more of the tires than he normally does early in this run, because it does look like Welch is kind of taking off now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're looking at, take another look. He's at half a second and increasing there, pulling away from Gones. It might come down to the race here, but for a second between Gones and Alicia, they're still pretty tight. I don't see that Alicia's dropped off tremendously off the 38, but maybe just enough to for the 38 to be able to bring it home second step on the podium.
Trying to see how far Mike Adamson's falling back, because definitely hurting his points effort. He is slipping further and further back. He's under the clutches of Osborne right now. Looks like he may fall back to 14th. And Albert not running right up front, but doing what he needs to do. He's running 4th. That's a pretty good swing in points there if it ended right now.
That's a 9-point difference. And I think there was only about a 10-point difference between them before this race started, if I recall. And I'll take a quick look, actually, see what the point difference was. Yep, it was 10 points, 236 to 246. So that would put the race for the championship within 1 point going into the finale next week. That, honestly, from a broadcaster's perspective and perhaps a fan, I kind of want to see that.
Oh, yeah, you want it to come down to whoever wins heads up, just about. And if it comes down that close, that's pretty much what it's going to be.
We'll take a look. We know next week, ladies and gentlemen, is Daytona. Under the lights. It's going to be a pretty looking race, if nothing else. We're going to be under the lights at Daytona for the finale of this first season of the Vigilante Vanquish Speedway Series. And right now, it's going to pretty tight race between your first place championship runner of the 88, Mike Adamson, and the 99 of Albert Anderson. Lori's in the chat there. Finale next week. So let's see who's going to win the season championship. That's right. We don't know. Don't know. Get back up front here. We got 4 laps to go. You can see that Derek is holding, but second place is not necessarily settled yet. Jacob is out of a historic racing state, Indianapolis. I'm sure he has a love for all forms of racing, probably IndyCar, NASCAR, maybe Formula One, but a lot of folks from that area just love auto racing regardless of the form. And he's right there. He's on him. Chris Goins is running that little bit higher line, trying to keep maybe a little more rubber on his tires. And I think he still had the second best. Yeah, he does. He has a lap advantage on the third place runner of Jacob Alicia. And at this point, we don't know, with 2 to go, if Chris is maybe managing that too, just to make sure he's going to make it to the end here, second step on the podium. Riding on board with Derek Welch right now as he's coming around out of turns 3 and 4 to take the white flag. This is going to be official. The next flag will end this race. It looks like he's going to be able to bring it home on the top step if he can just get around this joint one more time. Right now, he's got a .88 advantage over second position. Second may be the contested one coming out of 3 and 4. Don't know that it will be, but it's closer than first. Derek goes into 3 on that bottom line. Looks like he's smooth sailing all the way back to the start-finish line for this win. Coming out of 4. Looks like Derek's got it. Crossing the finish line. Great win for Derek Welch in the 21 truck. Chris Goins is able to bring it home in second in 38. And newcomer Jacob Alicia brings it home. Third step on the podium out of Indianapolis. Oh, and I see in the chat, Ricky's gone, Lori tells us. Boom, kaboom, power's gone. He's still struggling with those storms where he's at. But what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to get you set up for your podium finishers interviews here. If you give us one moment, we'll be right back. right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back and we're going to interview your race winner, the 21 of Derek Welch. Hey, Derek, buddy, it's Alan in the booth, man. You have me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, great race. Tremendous job there. How do you feel how it turned out for you?
I guess it turned out pretty good. I finished first. I kind of wish my season would have played out better than it did. It's my second win this season, and started out the season consistent. I started with three second places in the first, now another first, and missed that one race, and that pretty much took me out of the championship. But wish I could have been running for championship. I would have been in a good position right now. But I was hoping to get Albert to win tonight. I stayed behind him as long as I could, and just guiding him through it, and I think he made a little error in the pit stop there. So hopefully this will help him in the points, get him in first place. Hopefully, I don't know, but I'm all about him getting his championship.
Well, I tell you what, it was. We were taking a look during the last few laps there. It was going to come down to about a 1 point difference if it finished where they were running. And I'll take another quick look. While I was going to ask you additionally, was there a moment in the race where you thought, "Hey, man, I think I got this in the bag. If it does, we don't have any more cautions."
Yeah, when me and Albert was out there in front, when we had that long stretch right there, I felt comfortable. I was behind Albert. I was kind of coaching him through it. I didn't want to pass him. I knew I could. I want to stay behind him, and we was pulling away, and that caution came out, and that's when I started worrying at that point, because it restarts, man, I suck. I'm a long run type of guy, especially at this track. I love the long runs at Kentucky. But,
yeah, it was working out for you for sure. You were able to get up there and put it in the wind those last few laps. We were concerned as you went 3 wide for the lead there between you, Chris Goins, and Alicia. But you guys made it work. And once you got that clean air, you were just off to the races there, pulled out to about a second. And I'm assuming you were just managing the gap at that point.
Yeah, it concerned you. It concerned me. I really didn't want to do that, but I kind of had no choice. Chris was riding the wall, and the other guy was down low, and I kind of got stuck there. I didn't want to back out and lose precious time, and so I just quenched my butt cheeks and rode it out, I guess.
Well, you did a fantastic job. And just so you know, I did take a look real quick at the current standings. Now, folks, this bars any type of penalties that may come out in post-race, but we are tied for the championship lead at 269 points between Albert Anderson and Mike Adamson. And right now, if it comes down to the tiebreaker, Anderson would have it because he has 2 wins versus Michael Anderson's 1 win. But it's going to be a nail biter going into the finale next week. Chris Goins also has supplanted Dave Mayberry for 3rd, running with 226 points right now. So with that knowledge there, Derek, what do you think? How do you think it's going to turn out next week at Daytona of all places? We know that Albert's super good at these kind of tracks, but man, what just a risky location to bring it to a close for your championship.
Yeah, I think Albert's gotten in the bag, man. We can team up. He's got a bunch of good pushers on his team. I know I love to push. I consider myself a pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. So with that, before I let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family? You bet, buddy. Hey, I really do appreciate you. And again, tremendous win on the season. Is this your first one for the season or second? I don't recall. I got to take a look. Oh, no, you got a dash for cash too. You put a little extra foot into it whenever you know there's money on the line. Well, that's not a bad thing. That's really good. Well, congratulations on the win, the second win of the season, the second Dash for Cash win. I think that's probably the first we've had that happen. You got to make sure Lori gives you plenty of cash on that one. So, hey, Derek, thanks so much. Great job again. Good win, and we'll talk to you later. Take care. But that was your winner tonight, folks, Mr. Derek Welch. What a tremendous job that he was able to bring this home, not only for the win, but also for that Dash for Cash, which is pretty incredible. And I think I mentioned it already. I did lose my co-host one more time, and I want to mention to the audience out there, so the Vigilante Nation, we appreciate you being patient. There has been storms in the area, both for him and others in this race. We had some glitches on this technology. You stuck with us, and we appreciate that. And as we get ready to close this up here, I'm actually going to take a look at your final standings for this race. If I can get that to come up as well. Here we go. And so your winner, of course, Derek Welch in the 21 truck. Second place was Chris Gomes. Third place, Jacob Alicia. Fourth place was Albert Anderson. Andy Player came home fifth. Jacob Schoenbacher was sixth. Jason Gaines seventh. Justin Lawson came home eighth. Jeremiah Birkin ninth. Jesse Redding 10th. In your 11th position, Dustin Eaton. 12th was Colin Decker. 13th was Kelly Kill. 14th, Mike Adamson. 15th, Andrew Cawthon. 16th, Jonathan Osborne. 17th was Jason Crispin. In 18th position was Paul Durkee. I'm going to try to get this to scroll over for you folks, but it's not really doing that. Therefore, I'll finish out the rest of the 19th was John Gallagher. 20th, Anthony Williams. And then you had 21st was Aaron Warren. 22nd was Scott Milner. Dave Mayberry brought it home in 23rd. And Tom Barish came home in 24th position. And we will get ready to close this up for you, folks. So I want to thank my co-host, Ricky. I know he's not able to stay in the chat right now to be able to wrap this up with me, but I always want to thank him and everything he does for us and brings to the broadcast. And additionally, my beautiful wife, Lori, again, for what she does for Vigilante Racing League, both series, and the drivers within these series. We couldn't do it without her. So that does it for this round, race fans. It is a razor-thin race for the championship. Please make sure you tune in next week at Daytona International Speedway, where you're going to have Mike Adamson in the 88 and the 99 of Albert Anderson duking it out for the championship for this inaugural season of the Vigilante Vanquish Super Speedway Series. So remember, stay sharp, stay fast, stay vigilante, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.